Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another week of meal prepping. So this week I have a lot of side dishes on my menu because I really just wanted to stick with like chicken thighs, and I still need to run to my meat market because I want to get some ribeye steaks. I want to grill some steaks this week, and the meat market that we go to is actually very reasonably priced. They're not expensive because as y'all know, I like to keep my grocery bill on somewhat of a budget. Obviously eating healthier is a little more expensive, but it's totally worth it. But I don't do the grass-fed stuff or anything like that because that is not in my budget at all. You can totally do keto and not worry about doing grass-fed meats. But yes, so that is definitely what I'm planning on doing. I want to plan on doing just, like I said, the chicken thighs, the ribeye steaks, some salmon, and then do some sides along with those. But the sides that I picked out, definitely stick around because they look freaking amazing. So stick around for that. And then I had somebody ask me, how much vinegar do I put in my water to wash my fruits and vegetables? I don't measure my vinegar, so it just depending on the size of the bowl. If it's a smaller bowl, I put less vinegar. If it's a larger bowl, I put more vinegar, but I just pour some vinegar in the water. I don't measure it. Another thing too is I had somebody ask, why do you wash your fruits and vegetables in vinegar water? I do it because they say that the vinegar water helps kill the bacteria and stuff off of your fruits and vegetables. So that's why I do that. But anywho, let's get into this meal prep and jump in the kitchen and get this day started. So I'm just going to chop up this produce. I'll just start right here with these 3 romaine hearts, and these are going to be for salads. So like always, I'm just going to chop off the ends and push them over to the side and make little bite-sized pieces out of the romaine lettuce. So that's all chopped, sitting in the vinegar water cleaning. Now I'm just going to prepare this romaine heart for wraps. So I'm just gonna leave about that many for wraps, and then the rest of this I'm just gonna chop up for salads as well. All right, now I have the romaine leaves soaking in vinegar water as well. All right, now I'm just gonna take my Brussels sprouts, cut off the ends and cut them in half for a dish that I want to make. And I usually just take off the first couple of leaves on there. These are kind of big. I think I'm going to cut these in 4ths. That way they cook a little better. All right, got the Brussels sprouts soaking, and now I'm just going to clean up our green beans. My daughter wanted some green beans, so I'm just gonna prep these. I'm not gonna cook these today, I'm just gonna prep them so that way when I cook them, it's easy peasy. Again, I'm just gonna chop the ends off of these puppies. And then I'll probably chop them in half, just like that. All right, got the green beans soaking in the vinegar water, and the only thing I have left, I just need to wash our strawberries. And I'm gonna start the Brussels sprout recipe that I have over there in the pan. All right, right, the green beans are prepped and ready. All they need to be is cooked in the middle of the week. I'm just gonna throw a paper towel in there, just like that, to help absorb some of the moisture. Close this up and throw it in the fridge and it's ready to go. All right, so the strawberries are washed and ready to go. So the only thing that they'll have to do when they go to eat it is either eat around the ends or cut them off. But you know what? Even just preparing them, as far as cleaning them, helps a ton. Now I'm just gonna cook up this sausage, and I'm just gonna throw some eggs with a little bit of spinach and a little bit of cheese in there, and this is what we can have for our breakfast. All right, I'm just gonna break this up in here. All right, so the sausage is done. I'm just gonna throw the spinach in there. And I'm not gonna season this up too much because the sausage is pretty salty in itself. And I add a generous amount of spinach because you know it's definitely going to wilt away. Now I'm just gonna throw about 6 eggs in the middle here, and I'm gonna scramble those up. All right, now I'm just gonna throw some pepper in there. And I am gonna do salt, but I'm just gonna do a little. I'm not gonna do very much. Just gonna give these eggs a little bit of a stir. Talk about hearty breakfast right there. All right, so I'm just mixing this all together and just let this finish cooking. All right, I'm just gonna top this with a little bit of cheese, and I'm gonna mix this in, and then this will be done. So our breakfast for the week is prepared. It's just the sausage, eggs, spinach, and cheese. Super simple, super healthy breakfast, and we could just scoop it out and get it prepared the night before or whatever for our breakfast the next day. But it looks absolutely delicious. Woo-hoo. All right, so this week I'm gonna go ahead and boil some eggs, and 4 of them I'm gonna leave as hard-boiled eggs for salads, and then 8 of them I'm going to turn into egg salad for Oscar and his lunches. So I'm just gonna, I already put in 1 cup of water, and now I'm just gonna throw in there 12 eggs. All right, there's our 12 eggs. I'm just gonna pop on the lid. Then I'm just gonna jump down here. I'm gonna press egg, and it's already set for 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave it on that 5 minutes. It's going to do a natural release for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna throw it in an ice bath for 5 minutes. That's all it does. Now we're just gonna let it cook. Our eggs are done. I'm just going to finish releasing it. And once that's done, I'm gonna throw the eggs in this ice bath here, and they'll be done. All right, I'm just gonna pop the lid off. I'm just gonna throw the eggs in this egg bath. These eggs are just gonna sit in this ice bath for 5 minutes. All right, now I'm just gonna peel all these eggs, and I'm just gonna throw them in here. And like I said, 8 of them I'm gonna make into egg salad, and then 4 of them I'm just going to have for our salads and stuff. All right, now I'm just gonna make the egg salad. I'm just going to cut all the eggs up, slice all the eggs up into this bowl. All right, so now I'm just gonna add in some pepper, salt, mayonnaise, and somebody was asking me what kind of mayonnaise I use. I use this one here. It's Chosen Foods. I get it at Costco. It is non-GMO, paleo, dairy-free, and gluten-free. For everybody that was curious as to what type of mayonnaise I use. You can get it anywhere though. You can get it at Sprouts, or I'm sure you could get it at any kind of Whole Food store. I'm gonna throw in some sour cream thanks to a recommendation from a viewer friend. So again, thank you, and it's delicious this way. And a little bit of mustard. All right, I'm just gonna stir this up. I'm just gonna throw that in a container and it's ready to go. It is delicious. And I just have my remaining 4 hard-boiled eggs in this bag. I'm just gonna throw these in the fridge. We can use them for salads. All right, so I have 3 pounds of ground beef here, and I am just gonna cook all this up together. And then about 1 pound of it I'm gonna take out, and I'm going to use it to make spaghetti for the non-keto family because they wanted spaghetti. And then the other couple pounds is going to be made into like a taco meat, so that way we can have like taco bowls or taco salad or whatever during the week. All right, so I have all my meat here in a pan. I'm just gonna break it up. And we're just gonna let this cook a little bit. So our ground beef is finished. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna drain off all the grease, and then 1/3 of it I'm gonna take out for the spaghetti, and then 2/3 of it I'm gonna keep and throw some seasonings and stuff so that way we can make it into like a taco meat. All right, so this is about 2/3 of the ground beef that I just cooked up. I'm just gonna make this into taco meat. I don't have actual taco seasoning made up at this time, so I'm just gonna throw in there a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of cumin, some chili powder, and a little bit of oregano, and some salt. I'm just gonna stir that up. All right, y'all, the taco meat is done. So I'm gonna throw that in a container and let that cool. All right, so next I'm gonna cook up these boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I got at Walmart. And I was gonna grill them, but I'm actually feeling kind of lazy. So instead I'm gonna do it in my electric skillet. So, but when I do get the ribeye steaks from the meat market, those I'm definitely gonna grill just because those taste obviously much better on the grill. But let me throw these in their electric skillet and get these puppies started. All right, so I'm just gonna toss the chicken thighs in there. I just threw the lid on there. I'm gonna let these cook for a little while, then I'm gonna season them up, and then I'll cook the rest of them. There's only a few left. All right, I'm just gonna throw on some pepper. Good thing I bought more pepper. And a little bit of garlic salt. Alright, now I'm going to pop the lid back on and let them cook some more. Alright, I'm just going to give these guys a little flip. Add a little more pepper. Garlic salt. Throw the lid back on there and let those puppies cook again. All right, so our first round of chicken is done. I'm gonna take it off of here, throw it in a container and let it cool, and these look delicious. All right, so in this pan, I have 3 tablespoons of grass-fed butter and about 4-ish garlic cloves in there as well. I'm just gonna saute that garlic up just a little bit. All right, now I'm just gonna throw in 10 ounces of baby spinach. And this will wilt down, obviously. All right, so the spinach has been sauteing for around 3 minutes, so I'm gonna add in a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, about 3 ounces of cream cheese, some black pepper, some salt, some Italian seasoning. I'm gonna give this a stir. All right, so now I'm just going to sprinkle this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and give it a little extra flavor. This smells delicious. All right, so our cream spinach is done, and let me just tell you, I couldn't wait and I gave it a taste. Holy freaking mackerel, that is so stinking good. So I'm gonna turn off our oven and I'm gonna let that sit there, put it in a container, let it cool, and throw it in the fridge. But oh man, that is the bomb. Y'all need to try this. I will have all the recipes linked down below. All right, so in this pan, I just have some grass-fed butter. I'm just gonna throw in my Brussels sprouts. We're just gonna saute these up in this pan. Now I just took bacon and I just cut them into little teeny tiny slices just like that, but I left it raw. I'm just gonna throw these in there and I'm gonna let all this saute and cook together. All right, I'm just gonna give this a stir. All right, I'm just gonna throw in there some pepper, some garlic salt. All right, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of Parmesan cheese in our Brussels sprout bacon dish. I'm just gonna shake a little in there. All right, so our Brussels sprout bacon dish is done. I am gonna turn it off. I'm gonna let this cool, throw it in a container, and then it is ready to go for the week. All right, so I have a 1/2 of a cabbage here. I'm just gonna chop this up because I'm gonna make butter cabbage sausage dish with this. All right, so in this pan, I'm just gonna fry up my cabbage here. All right, I'm just gonna throw a little bit of garlic salt in here and some pepper. And I'm just gonna throw a lid on there to kind of help that cook. All right, now I'm just gonna cut up the sausage for the cabbage. All right, so I'm gonna give our cabbage a stir. I'm gonna throw our lid back on and just let all that cook together, all those yummy flavors. Our sausage and cabbage is done and it smells so good. I'm gonna throw it in a container and let it cool so I can throw it in the fridge. So now I'm gonna prepare the cilantro, lime, cauliflower rice, and I'm going to eventually put it in foil packets with salmon. So, but for now, I'm gonna take 2 of these microwavable cauliflower rice bags. I get these at Costco. All right, so I'm gonna throw some cilantro in here. I'm gonna squeeze a lime in there. I'm gonna throw in some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Now I'm just gonna stir this up. All right, and that's what that looks like. All right, so I laid down the foil, I sprayed the foil. I'm gonna throw a little bit of this cauliflower rice in each one of these foil packets. And then I'm gonna lay the salmon right on top of the cauliflower rice. I'm just gonna top the salmon with a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. And I'm just gonna put a little dollop of butter right on top because butter makes everything better, right? Right. And then I'm just going to fold this puppy up. Just like that. And I'm gonna move on to the next one, but I did preheat my oven to 400 degrees. All right, so I just threw these on this pan. I'm gonna bake these for about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven that I preheated at 400 degrees. All right, so our salmon foil packets are done, and let me just tell you, these smell freaking delicious. So, I think this is gonna be my dinner tonight. Alright, so that's the end of my meal prep. I hope this video was inspirational, motivational, and I hope it gave you ideas for dinners and side dishes and whatnot. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to tap that bell if you want to get notified anytime I upload a new video. And thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. And don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday. And I will see you in my next video.